Welcome to 3D Lanes number. Shoot, I forgot what number this is. This might be number 40 something, right? But one thing that I want to get out of the way is okay, if you're gonna listen to this podcast and the series of podcasts that I make, please listen to it at 1.3 speed because sometimes I get stuck. I don't cut too many things. I try to do a one shot stuff. By the way, this is number 47. Number 47, yes. But please listen at 1.3 speed because this thing is too slow. I speak sometimes way too slow for my own preference. So if you would like or if you appreciate your time, please listen to at a faster speed because well, and actually I listen to everything at 1.3 speed. Anything on Spotify, I listen to it at 1.3. So I know the episodes might say that they're like 30 minutes, but my goal is to give you something of value in 15 minutes. And today we'll be talking about the Hyundai Excel. Why the heck the Hyundai Excel? Well, the Hyundai Excel because it was my first car. I had a 1989 Hyundai Excel that I got for free as a gift. So, uh, I'm gonna call him my uncle because he's like an uncle to me, even though the story is complicated. But uh, he, this family, when I came to LA, they basically adopted me and they took me under their wing and uh, they were with me every time I needed them. I mean, yes, my blood family was there when I first came back to LA to go back to school, and they helped me with my documents and all that stuff, especially my cousin. But then after a while, I couldn't see her too much. Well, she was busy with her own things, right? But then this family, my friend's family, uh, who's a brother, like a brother to me, but they took me under their wing, and then they basically let me stay there every weekend. And I did. I stay with them every weekend. I would go to school in at Cerritos College, by the way, and East LA College during the week. And then I would go during the weekends to their house, which is in South Central. And I spent my years in LA there until it was time to transfer to a university, and then I came to the Bay Area. But before I got to the Bay, uh, I I got a car. I think this was in 2006 when I got this car, and it was a 1989 Hyundai Excel. It was red, and every time I washed it, when I if I dried it with like how you dry a car usually, where nowadays is you spray something and to get like hydrophobic liquid to get rid of the water faster. You either blow on it with air or you go with a microfiber towel to dry it. So if you were to dry it that way with the microfiber, the paint would end up on your microfiber towel. So they will call it the flat red because the paint was dying, just like the car was dying. But we'll get into that after, because at the end of that car was the engine just died. But we will get to that later. I just want to start by introducing Hyundai. Hyundai started as a in 1967, by the way, as a company that would build four Cortinas, obviously for Ford, and the partnership allowed Hyundai, who's a South Korean company, if you didn't know, to get experience in car manufacturing. So the goal was not just to be a contract manufacturer, but also make their own vehicles. And they did. By 1975, they created the Pony, which was a huge development and a collaborative effort. They brought in George Turnbull, a former managing director of Austin Morris at British Leland, and he led the project to bring the Pony to life. Ex-British Leland designers and engineers contributed their knowledge to the project. And Giugiaro, nobody else but Giorgetto Giugiaro was hired to do the final styling of the car. And the Pony was a rear wheel drive car, and it reflected the British origins, right? And used Mitsubishi engines, so it would showcase the strategy of Hyundai to combine international expertise to bring a new product to life. This was in 75, we said. They started in 67, so every 10 years, a landmark, right? Uh, Started the company, introduced a new car, 75. And then in 1980s, mid 1980s, like around 1985, the Excel was brought in. So the Excel was also known as Pony in other markets, but we're gonna call it the Excel because that's how it came to the US. And it was based on a second generation Mitsubishi Mirage and Lancer. Giugiaro also designed or helped design this car, which is crazy to me because at the time I didn't know what I mean. It's not like it's a classic of a car, right? But I didn't know that he had designed that specific car, which is crazy. Now that I know the story, it's crazy to me that I own something or something that somebody so iconic developed or helped developed. But the difference between the Excel and the Pony was that the Excel was a front wheel drive car mainly, and in the mid 70s is when the Golf was launched, right? So all the cars were moving to front wheel drive platforms, and Hyundai was no exception. They were making the same move. The Some of the tech specs for the Excel was the engine options was a 1.3 liter or a 1.5 liter, obviously 4 cylinders. Transmissions, you had a 4-speed or a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. Mine was 4-speed automatic. The engine, I would be surprised if it was a 1.5 liter. I think it was a 1.3 because that thing had zero power. But body styles, there was a three-door and a 5-door hatchback. I did not have the hatchback. The hatchbacks were kind of cool, but I had a 4-door sedan, which I do not regret. That car was fun. I think it lasted one summer, but it gave me joy. It took me from point A to point B, and I enjoyed that summer like you have no idea. Uh, the Excel's impact in the U.S. market. So it was introduced in 1986, and it was priced at 4,995. It was a very affordable vehicle, or one of the most affordable vehicles in the market. The first year, Hyundai sold 168,882 Excels. By 1988, the sales peaked at 264,000 cars. The challenges and lessons that Hyundai faced was quality and reliability. So the car quickly, instead of proving it to be an iconic vehicle, it quickly proved to have a bunch of issues. And this might have been one of the triggers of people regarding Korean companies as cheap. Like at that time, it was mostly associated kind of like, oh, if it's made in China, it's cheap, or if it's made in Korea, it's cheap, right? Nowadays, it's not the same. Nowadays, it's completely different. But it takes time to get rid of that reputation. And sadly, this is one of the triggers, I think, for Hyundai's reputation to start becoming that. The company underestimated the challenges of producing a completely new front wheel drive car with all new engines and transaxles. So basically, everything was new. Nothing that I can see was brought from the Pony except the name and some of the styling, by the way, to the Excel. By the 1980s, the negative press and customer dissatisfaction led to declining sales. So that kind of like killed the Hyundai Excel. But honestly, I think it showed the potential of Korean automakers in the global market. It showed the challenges that a new brand can face, and it pushed Hyundai to improve the quality and quality control and engineering processes. But the experience gained from the Excel, I think, contributed to Hyundai's long-term strategy to offer better products. Next, I would like to give you a quick 4P, which we kind of did, but I would like to make it more. I would like to be more emphatic on it or about it. So the product, obviously, the first P product is the Hyundai Excel. Two engines, 1.3 liter, 1.5 liter, automatic or manual for a four-speed transmission on both, or a five-speed transmission on manual. Uh, the main strengths were the price, the simplicity of it, and the design, which back in the day or during that time, Giugiaro was top of the top. So it was it was good on that respect, or in that respect, sorry. But the weaknesses were the reliability issues and the limited features compared to bigger competitors. But staying within the product, I would like to say that again, emphasizing that the the Excel was launched after the Mark One Golf. So the design is somehow similar, but yes, the Excel might be like, I wouldn't like to say a copy, but it's like a continuation of Giugiaro's design language. Some of the issues from the Excel were, well, we spoke about reliability, so mechanical failures, specifically transmissions, clutches, and electrical systems went bad pretty quick. The build quality was not regarded as great, meaning rattling interiors, misaligned body panels. Think of it like Tesla today. And premature wear of components. Rust was another one. The Excel was very prone to rust. The suspension and handling. Many users experience rapid suspension wear. That's not good because suspension is not cheap. And the ride quality was not fantastic. And I remember that car being like a bit of a boat. So yeah, it would bounce around all the time. That car probably needed an overhaul of everything. Everything. Engine issues. There were oil leaks, overheating. I had oil leaks in that car. Overheating. I don't think I ever had overheating. General engine durability problems were noted by several owners, counting myself there. The engine pretty much died. Luckily, I got that car for free. It was a gift from I don't think I finished the story, huh? Well, my uncle, he worked at the airport, and one of his friends was his commuting car, but he got a new one, so he was getting rid of it. He was about to donate it or give it as a gift to somebody else, I think. And then that other person didn't want it, so he was like, "Do you know somebody that wants it?" And my uncle just thought about me, and I was like, "Heck yeah, man, give me a car." I don't have one, so I got it, and I ended up with a Hyundai Excel, which now we're making a podcast out of it. But next P, price. Hyundai positioned the Excel with a high competitive price, which was about 4,900. So think of it like 5K at the time. And it was the most affordable new car in the US at that time, in the mid 80s. The aggressive pricing strategy aimed to undercut Japanese and domestic rivals to attract cost conscious buyers. And yes, you got a cheap car, but in the long run, it showed to be costly in this, at least in this specific example. Third P place, the Excel was launched in global markets, most notably the US, where it became available through the growing dealership network, obviously. Hyundai focused on urban areas and regions with large populations of first-time buyers, using distribution channels designed for accessibility and broad reach. Final P, number 4, promotion. The early Hyundai Excel emphasize the low price. That was basically their selling point: value for money, modern design, and appealing directly to budget oriented consumers. The marketing highlighted first year sales records and positioned the Hyundai as a bold new player in the international car scene. I would like to see this car revive. It would be fun to see it with the same square styling. But if they were to make it a rear wheel drive, man, if I could get a Hyundai Excel, well, my wife wouldn't be happy, but like a Project Excel, obviously swap the freaking engine and just put something reliable and make it fun. That would be cool. But yeah, I think we're on time. 15 minutes or 16 almost. But yes, this has been 3D Lanes number 47. 3D Lanes number 47. I am Denny. I've been your host. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next time.